We found a chubby toad. Nice gecko emoji. Yeah, I'm pretty down with this hand. Obviously, I don't have any protection on turn 1 from something silly, but I think it's fine. Ooh, that is something silly. I don't have a white moon. Oh, alright, well, I guess we lost. Unfortunately. Alright, well, you know, it had to happen at one point. I don't think we're allowed to mulligan our hand, but it certainly is weak to Workshop Trinisphere. It certainly is weak to Workshop Twinisphere Wasteland. It certainly is weak to Workshop Twinisphere Wasteland Crucible Lock. Alright, so I'm going to bring in Force of Vigor and Collector Oof, as well as Swords to Plowshares. I think you want to have... I don't know how many Swords to Plowshares, but I think you want to have them. I don't think Deafening Silence is bad versus the Golos shops, but I don't think it's good versus the Golos shops either. Obviously, Fluster is bad. Mental Misstep is bad. Daze is okay. Direction is bad. Commandeer is fine. I can commandeer God Pharaoh statues. Dealing 3-ball and Sphere is bad, but there is like tons of other things that we can steal in the Golos shops matchup. I think it's okay. And then I guess Probe is pretty bad. We can go with this. Yo, if I commandeer a God Pharaoh statue, it's gonna be lit. Just smack. Opponent says they don't play Vintage, so they chose the Brain Dead deck, and I mean, workshopping Trinisphere is not the most complicated play, but I think the Golos deck does have a little bit of play to it. I don't really like the deck, but I think 4 Swords to Plowshares here is a lot. But I think it's probably better than most of these other cards in my sideboard right now, so. We do have 4 Khazali Pride Mages. We have Collector Oofs and Lavinias. We have a ton of free counter magic, so I think we're in an okay spot versus this deck. I think we would have a... I mean, the 4 Khazali Pride Mage, as long as we can cast them, seems pretty strong. So obviously the problem with our last hand was we couldn't cast them. Even if we had a Force in our hand, opponent having Crucible Wasteland is like really, really hard for us to beat because I didn't put any basics in my deck. Oh, yeah, I'm in on that life. I actually think we're not supposed to play Ancestral here. We have the very lucky turn 1 Lavinia, so obviously pretty good against Golos shops. So opponent played turn 1 three ball, we played turn 1 Lavinia, so it's about equal now. We even have negation for something if we really cared. Opponent says, "Yeah, I don't think I like that very much." That's a good line. I like that. All right, you just had 2 very vintagey games right here. Turn 1 3-ball and turn 1 Lavinia. Has a workshop, but obviously they can't cast anything except for Soul Ring off of this. Looks like they might have a Soul Ring though. I guess they could have a 3/3 Stonecoil Serpent. Sure. This has protection from Khazali Pride Mage, so I guess it's really good that we have 4 Swords to Plowshares in our deck, because kind of need the help, you know? Pro multicolored, eh? Pro multicolored. Oh, I should have played a fetch land there. I shouldn't have used my Tropical Island because I want to work my way to Dig Through Time. That was a mistake. It was a pretty bad mistake. Because as long as I keep 1 fetch land for Sanctuary, is this gonna be a Sphere or is this gonna be a Golos? A Golos is insane here. Well, fuck me, dude. Maybe they'll get a Tabernacle and I can draw a Wasteland. They're probably just going to get a Caracas, because a Caracas bounced Lavinia, and yeah, this is pretty bad for us. Unfortunately, my negation just does not counter Golos, so I could really use a Swords right now. Ponder's a good draw. Swords is a good draw. Make sure we shuffle those lands away. I have Hardcast Negation up. I actually have Hardcast Dig up as well if I want to get rid of my Ancestral. I don't really want to get rid of my Ancestral, though. The big problem here is they do have Caracas for my Lavinia, but I guess that's not the end of the world. Not good for me, though. Not good for me. What the fuck? Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good. Not good for me either. Fine, though. Interesting that they're down to trade life with me. I guess they do have an Inventor's Fair active. I mean, if they have a Wasteland for this Crucible, obviously we're in pain, but maybe we can draw like a Force of Vigor or something. I guess we can't cast Force of Vigor yet. Oh, they're willing to trade with me because they have a Caracas. That makes sense. Alright, well, I can draw into Ancestral now. That's kind of a sick draw. I think it's better to get Ancestral than it is to get Swords. Okay, I get both. Okay. We are going off, as it were. Maybe I don't need to use that. We're pretty far from Sanctuarying again. I don't think we'll need to Gush again. So, I found a Time Walk. And a Kazali Pride Mage for the Crucible. Glenn is pretty bad against Caracas as well. Hmm. I only have technically 4 more mana left this turn. I'm gonna Time Walk, so I'm gonna end up using my Lotus, unfortunately. I do want them to use this Caracas so that I can replay my Lavinia and make them use it again, I guess. Maybe that's not true. So, what's the best way to do this? Well, clearly the first thing we should do is just attack for 4. I can just kill the Crucible, play a Lavinia, and then hold up Force that we can pay for. Or I can just use my Lavinia to pitch to Force of Will. So we can just kill the Crucible, kill the Stonecoil, kill the Crucible, kill the Stonecoil Serpent. Probably just better. And then we can just put Ancestral Recall back on the top of our library. Ghost Quarter's so good versus us. Ah! Alright, it's a good thing we killed this Crucible, huh? Still have enough to play for Force, which is great. This Sanctuary is now no longer online. They have one card left. They're not gaining any life a turn. I need to... That card is not very good right now. Because it was pretty obvious to me that they had a Strip Mine. I also don't want them recurring this. Basically anything is bad for me. I would rather just get the Crucible off the field. So I'm kind of fucked here. Obviously this draw is like not very good. I don't want to use my Sanctuary. I need to hit another land so that I can get back my Ancestral Recall. This is really, really bad for me. I just don't have any good plays. Oh, I don't think we can play this. We're just going to be way too low on mana. Pretty sure I'm just attacking with this Noble Hierarch and passing. I think it's too much value to play I think this Sanctuary is too much value to play. They found another Ghost Quarter? We're so fucked. And now I'm gonna play my thing. I just don't have any basics in my deck. That's such a good draw. I still can't play this Collector Oof, though. Oh, this... Yeah, they don't have 3 or more artifacts. What is this? You can't activate this. You don't have Metalcraft. Yeah, I just, like, couldn't find room for a basic. Maybe we can... There's some way to fit an island in here. I just don't know how to do it. Maybe you have to play 1 additional land if you want to fit an island. That I don't give a shit about. I guess I do give a shit about it because it turns on there's a Venter Fair. Oh, that's a little annoying. I guess they have to take 2 damage to do that. And if we can just draw... Oh, fuck. Now they can play whatever they draw. They're just going to get a Crucible and play a Crucible, and we're going to lose. Ah, that's so fucked. Really, really bad for me. I need a blue. I need a blue card, I think. Okay. I'm gonna play the stupid Sanctuary because I think it's gonna be pretty important. I mean, they don't have to go for Crucible now. They can go for, like, God Pharaoh statue. At least they don't gain any more life. You're confused why we haven't played the Oof? Really? You're really confused? In this game where I'm being choked out on mana? where I need 4 mana to cast my Force of Will? You're confused why we haven't played the Collector Oof? I don't know, chat. I don't know, chat. They got Mystic Forge, which I think is reasonable. Probably a really good play. But they didn't draw a Wasteland off the top, so we're gonna get them. I have to pay 4 mana to cast my Force of Will. Which I did, so we're fine. I mean, now we might play our Collector. Ooh, now we might not play our Collector. Hmm. Still cost us 4 mana to play this Forest Pitching Oof. Well, I could have cast it on my turn, but I think the damage I want is better. Is it even worth it, though? I don't think it's worth it, unless they play something else. I agree. Can we not continue drawing these things? What is this? That's so bad for me. I guess it's not that bad for me. Because they go to 3, and then we Vigor... We Vigor and attack... We Vigor and attack them, forcing them to make another one, and then we Swords it and attack Karn. I think we're supposed to just... I know they're at 5. That's why we're attacking them and making them make another locker. But you know Swords is going to gain them life, right? I think we oof on Construct and Defense Grid. So lets me play Swords on their turn. That's a sicko draw. Sick draw. I should have used different mana there. I can attack them down to 3. Or I can put Karn to 1. I don't think that's close. I still have Kazali Pride Mage to kill a blocker too. I really fucked up with my mana here. I should have used this green and this white mana to play Pride Mage. I mean, they could still actually Wasteland me off it, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Just gonna hit my green source. Fine. Are you gonna make a construct? It's actually only gonna be a 3/3. So they just have to chump. Oh, they have a Revoker? Okay. I'm gonna let that resolve. I'm gonna attack with the Pride Mage, and they're gonna block with the Construct. I'm gonna Swords the Revoker and get them both. This is game 2. We got demolished in game 1 by a Trinisphere. Oh, sorry, this is game 3? No, this is game 2. We got our Lavinia bounced. Game 2. Game 1, we got demolished. Oh, they named Pearl. Okay. Is it better than popping both and killing Karn? Maybe not. You might be right. I don't know, they're at 3 life, though. Uh, the problem with that line is they gain 2 and go to 5, and it's a 5-turn clock. I guess they would still be gaining 2 and going to 5, but it would not be a 5-turn clock though. It's a 2-turn clock. But they would get to draw a card off of Karn, but they draw one of the 2 cards that I choose. And then we would just kill Karn on the next turn if needed. Well, then we could just kill Karn on the next turn if needed. I don't think a Karn card. I mean, if they are both fucking Golos, then obviously it's good. But typically, a Karn card is not a huge hit. I'm gonna take my line here, where I attack with a 4/4 Pride Mage that is lethal and make them block with Construct, and then Swords the Revoker. It also makes any more. If I draw another Exalted creature, it makes that lethal. And then the question is, do I strip mine a Workshop? I think the answer to that question is yes. So the worst thing that can happen is they reveal, like, Golos Serpent. That's fine. Golos Spyglass. I give them Spyglass. They have to have drawn a creature. So I'm going to attack this Karn. Or if I draw an Exalted creature, I kill them. Well, hold up a second here. Oh, yeah, they make a Construct. I don't want that. Wait, couldn't they have just... Oh, it's -2. No, they can't cast Golos, but they can make a Construct, though. Which is not good either for me. I don't want them making a Construct, even if it kills their Karn. I want there to be no creatures in play. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have another draw for an Exalted. They still can't use this Ancient Tomb either. I guess unless they find a Golos. But there's only, what, 2 Goloses left in their deck? Are they gonna hit my Tundra? They might save it so they can play spells. Obviously, a Stone Coil is really bad for us here. No more activating Pride Mages either. And I didn't wasteland the Caracas, so all of our Glens and all of our Lavinias are dead draws. Classic. I think it's still correct for me to hit the Wasteland instead of the Caracas, so... Yeah, I mean, how many people play Caracas, though? It's like just the Golos deck. Sure. It's like a one Caracas. I agree, though. It's a downside. I tried. Most PO decks do not play Caracas. Alright, opponent, you can't use Ancient Tomb. Alright, we got there. That was a really interesting game, actually. Nah, Caracas and PO is just my deck shit. Alright, do we change on the... Do we want to bring in this Mindbreak Trap on the draw? Instead of Daze? Sure. Dredge Vine plays Caracas. Oh, Hollow Vine? Sure. True. If they're playing a good list. So what you guys are saying is you want me to play Cold Ice Elky? True. Doomsday. This is a fucking Commandeer hand if I've ever seen one, isn't it? Just a solid 0 blue cards in my hand. Cattle Mage Infiltrator draws one fucking card. Come on now. We're not in the business of drawing one card in Vintage. Yeah, I mean, I do think this is a keep, yes. I'm not happy about... Well, is this a keep, though? I mean, we can't cast the Noble Hierarch. I mean, if the Commandeer was another green card, it'd be sicko. Then we could play Noble Hierarch and Pride Mage on turn 1 and have Force of Vigor. Yeah, it does. But, like, then you're abandoning your Force of Vigor. This seems like a really easy way to lose the game is by keeping this hand. Think this beats a lot of their hands? I mean, I would keep this 6-card hand. Yeah, they snap cap their 7. Snap cap their 7. Like, I'm gonna have to pitch this Noble Hierarch a lot of the time. Fuck. I really wish we had just went... We really should just mulligan for a Force. Are you another Workshop draw? 3 games of Workshop? Yo, imagine if it's a Wormcoil and we could have... I guess we can't come near Wormcoil. Chalice on 1. So that's Swords, a bunch of spells, and Noble Hierarch. Alright, yeah, sure. I have Force of Vigor. 5 Golos. You're gonna get Caracas. This isn't the worst thing that could have happened, no. So what do you want me to do? End of turn or Vigor, pitching Pride Mage? Or do you want me to go to my turn and go Tundra Lotus, Force of Vigor? They got Strip Mine? Does this mean they have a Crucible? Well, we can't wait till their upkeep if we want to play a 1-drop. What if we want to play a Noble Hierarch this turn? I'm not killing the emerald. That seems insane. I mean, we could do that too, sure. I'm pretty sure we're strip mining though. We get owned anyways. They're just gonna strip our tundra and we have no play. Like, we need this noble hierarch to be in play. Like, where do you think we're getting mana to play the rest of the game, Karate? I feel like your line is not very good. The only reason we can't draw first is if we want to play noble hierarch. That change anything? I feel like we're gonna get punished really hard if we don't kill this chalice. Like, I mean, there's like a bunch of things in. Yeah, you want to spend 3 mana to kill the chalice later with our pride mage when we. Guess we have a lotus, so you technically can. Oh, they're gonna fucking slam workshop crucible, man. They're gonna fucking slam workshop crucible. Just like 1000% to slam workshop crucible. Yeah, but then you're giving them an emerald for no reason. Ancient Tomb Pass. Pretty good draw, to be honest. Yo, if they don't do anything and we draw another blue card, we can steal the Karn when they cast it. They have a workshop? Swear to God, you just slam on Golos here. Oh, they have a 3-ball. Holy shit. Did they draw the workshop or the 3-ball? If they had the 3-ball last turn, they should have just cast it and won the game. I guess I can always blow up this Pride Mage on the Trinisphere if I want to. That can't be right. I'm just supposed to negation this. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, I should definitely have pitched the Commandeer. I don't know why I didn't pitch the Commandeer. That was just really bad. All right, sorry. I fucked up. I fucked up. I was supposed to. I was supposed to fucking pitch the Commandeer. I don't think so. I think it's better to waste the workshop. Just draw the blue card, and then we have Commandeer for the Karn. It's fine. They are gaining a life every turn now. Yeah, no, it was like 1000% I was supposed to pitch the Commandeer to the negation. I just didn't even, I don't know, it just didn't even cross my mind, man. It just didn't even cross my mind. I don't even know why. I thought leaving them with Tomb is better for our clock plan. That was my logic for that, and then the logic, there was no logic behind using the Lotus for negation. If we draw another blue card and they draw a Karn, that's just the sweetest justice of the world. Not only am I not punished for my misplay, I am rewarded. They hit Misty? Fair, I guess. Ah! I hope they draw Karn. Oh, please. Please. Please, I want a Karn. I want a Karn so bad. Come on. Oh my god. I just want a Karn. I just want Karn. Or Crucible? Yeah. Alright, I hope they don't play like a Sphere first or something. My clock is a little slow because of this Inventor's Fair. Oh, they drew a fourth workshop? A third workshop? They just found a Golos? This game is fucking broken, man. This game's so sad. This game is so sad. They have a Tabernacle in their deck too, and they have a Sphere off the top. This game's so sad. Tundra doesn't. Tundra doesn't work. We just dead. This game's so fucked. That has to be the best series of draws they could have drawn there. This game is so sucked. This game is so suck. They've had the Sphere, they just were waiting for a land to play Golos. I guess. I don't know. They probably should just played the Sphere earlier. Alright, what can I do? What can I do? I need to draw lands is what the first thing I need to do. Unfortunately, I can't cast 1-drops because we still have this Chalice in play. Holy shit, I'm so bad. I mean, killing the Emerald did prevent them from playing second Golos, so I fucking just... Where are the lands? I kept a 1-land hand, right? I kept like 2 lands. I kept 2 lands, and I've drawn 1 land in 12 turns. Oh, they drew Caracas? Jesus. Just bounce replay. Oh, didn't even bother. Yeah, you are. You are totally missing something. We wanted them to play Karn. That's what we wanted. But, oh my god, they drew Wasteland. Alright. You got me, you got me. Hey, list. It is not real deck. You can see list on my Twitch. Same name. Alright. GG. I mean, I think the line we took was fine. We just saw no lands in the first 12 cards. Kind of unfortunate. A little unlucky, I would say. But I mean, the line we took, was it right though? Like, we didn't have to take that line. We could have gotten a Noble Hierarch in play. Yeah. It's like pretty hard for us to beat the second Golos ever. I think the Chalice on 1 was fine. It did hit our Noble Hierarch and made our life pretty difficult. Obviously, we chose to just play around it and let it be in play, because I could have killed the Chalice at any point. If you had Chalice on 0, like, I had to blow it up to play any spells. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it was fine. I didn't have a problem with it. Yeah, we were kind of just hoping you didn't have anything and you just drew a Karn so that we could commandeer the Karn. Because that's about all we had going for us. I kept a 2-land hand and then didn't draw a land in the first 11 turns of the game. So it was pretty hard to play Magic. Is Misty the one that I put have only 1? No, Misty I put as 2. This is wrong though. Misty should be the 1 and Tarn should be the 2. I mean, you can go back. I'm gonna put the video on YouTube, same name, after, and you can go back and like listen to what I had to say, Manir. I mean, I'm no expert, but I do play a lot, so